Hey friends, welcome to the Stationery Cafe, your podcast for everything stationery, journaling, and planning related. And this is April from Penguins Creative, and we have Kelly from Kelly Love Letters here with me today, and we're going to talk about living the analog life and fun things in the community. Join us with a drink, and let's chat about what's new in the stationery world, or in this today's episode, what's new in our world.
Yeah. April and I haven't seen each other in like a really long time.
It's been a month. Oh my goodness. Because we pre recorded last episode in like late October, like
hmm
in advance, literally the week before Halloween. We pre recorded the one after Halloween. And so it was
Yep.
very weird to pretend that Halloween is already over.
It's never over for me anymore.
It's Christmas time. I was jokingly thinking about playing the jingles like as soon as we begin, but I knew it would like really irritate Kelly because she
No,
has
it's
to
fine.
endure the retail musical horror throughout the rest of the season.
It's the kind of horror that I'm not fond of.
Has it already begun at Oblation?
Oh yeah, we are in full swing. I feel like I'm
Don't you
like,
guys
oh, Christmas.
rotate a little
Yeah,
bit?
we do,
Like
but
Adele and then like Chris and then wish you a Merry Christmas.
yeah, my job is very, I'm really actually grateful because we get a say in what goes on, and like it's not the same over and over again like it is probably at a grocery store or something, but I'm already at the point where I'm like, okay, is Christmas over yet? And it's literally December 1st as we're recording this, so
I know. It's
it's fine.
only the beginning of the busiest time of the year, right?
Yes.
But that's fun. That's okay. I'm super looking forward to it because I can't wait for the Christmas holidays
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it this year.
So, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a can of Spindrift, which they sell at Trader Joe's. It's the lemon kind. It's like LaCroix, but it's not as good, actually. I wish I had LaCroix.
Spindrift is the kind, always feels a little bit like a grocery advertisement here, but the Spindrift is the kind with the fresh fruit thing in
Right.
it, right?
It is. Yeah, we should be getting sponsored by them. Sparkling water and real squeezed fruit.
So I spilled one Spindrift on my desk once. It was the one with the grapefruit, and then it was annoying because
Oh.
it's sticky because it
Oh.
actually got the fruit pieces in there, and I
Yeah.
was like, ugh. I'm just drinking water tonight. I am on like a detox after
Oh.
my long food-filled trip this past
did.
month.
You did have a lot of that.
I am like subjecting myself to a 2 week no sugar drink challenge. So
Ooh, that's hard.
no cider, no hot chocolate, no like bubble tea on the weekend. All so that I can thoroughly enjoy it when Christmas rolls around. That when I have my vacation, I can feel good about it. So
Nice.
all right, let's maybe start off with a little. Well, today we're gonna go over some new items as usual, but then Kelly has some adventures to share, and I obviously have a lot to share.
Yes.
And then we'll kind of end it with some December and New Year plans. So, what's the new item you're looking at this week?
The new item that literally everyone is looking at this week, which
I know when it came out, it was like, oops.
It blew up all over the internet, and it's funny because it's like Ancora. It's from Ancora, by the way. It's a fountain pen. It's a sailor. Are we surprised about this? No, because they always come out with a sailor. It's the collab one, not unlike the one that April has, the blue cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom, yeah.
With the like, it comes with the ink and it comes with the little like traveler's notebook sized notebook with the matching cover that matches the pen. You guys all know what I'm talking about, I think. Isn't it a Plus collaboration?
Yeah, because it comes with the notebook, right?
Right.
The Kakri notebook.
Yes. And so this one is quite stunning, I must say. So, the one that Ancora released is gold trim. I don't usually like gold trim, but I think it's better in this case
Mm-hmm.
than the silver one. It's got this like galaxy print on the nib, which is crazy. It's got this like transparent gold sparkly section. It's got a, what is this, like a North Star looking thing on the finial.
I know.
It's and the
It's
body of this
like
pen, it's black with sparkles, but also a ton of like galaxy stars. There's a moon in there. It's like a celestial event happening in your pen.
it's like extreme kind of goth galaxy witchy, like everything you can think of that is related to what you really like. So yeah, this is a Kelly pen. And the
So
question is gold trim or silver trim again.
Uh, yeah, I think the gold trim is better, to be honest, which I don't say hardly ever, but it really just brings it out.
I say
But
that last time when they came out with the gears, the very pretty, like kind of like clock like one. Remember
yeah,
that one was also better with the gold trim, and that was last year too, or earlier this year. Yeah.
but guess what, April? I don't feel like I need this pen,
Well,
which is crazy.
is it because you just got? I mean, it's been a month, but I am not behind the news. Is it because you just got the Year of the Witch, Ink of the Witch? No, the Pen of the Witch. See, this is
So
how bad I am with this
yes,
type of pen that
and
released that
yes, it
Bungo
basically
box.
is. It basically is because of that. But I don't own that pen yet. But I
uh,
am going to own the pen.
ooh,
I
what is?
have a source that's gonna help me out. Do we know who the source is?
I know. Does it start with a C and with a Y? I don't know. Just a bold guess.
That,
The
because that pen is literally me
witch
specifically.
pen.
Yes,
How do you what is the name? What is
I
the actual?
believe the pen name is Ink of Witch,
Oh, the ink of
because
witch.
the
Except
Wicked Witch is the North American one.
I see the ink of witch. Except
Yeah,
this year they have a little cat holding a quill.
there's a
Uh,
cat on the nib. Like
with a
that's what killed me.
of course.
So like I that's just in my heart, you
All
know.
right.
So
So today when I was scrolling Instagram, an ink came up, and I was like, "You guys need to put that ink in your pen." And it's the Wearing Gold new ink by the Lee Yuxa ink series called Black Dream. I put the link in the notes right underneath
I
the.
was literally just like, she didn't even link me.
And
Oh.
it's like black with like red
Oh.
glistening thing in there.
Wow.
It
Also,
looks
that Korean handwriting is gorgeous. Oh my
so
gosh.
it just reminded me of you guys when I saw that with like the
Yeah,
recent Ancora pen and like
that's a
your
correct reminder.
ink of a year.
I'm pretty sure that Miranda from Havoc Rose is going to be getting that sailor, because she's really into the space thing.
Oh, I think she already got it for sure. Oh wait. Oh no. The inks. Oh, the sailor. I thought you meant the ink of
Yeah.
the year.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
of course.
Well,
That too.
maybe we'll hear about it on Words and Roses.
I
Shameless
know.
plug, our fellow stationery podcast, which Miranda and our friend Chelsea, hosts. Maybe we'll hear
It's
about
not a
their
shameless
conquest.
plug if it's not us.
That's
We're
true.
like, yeah, we're
That's
just happy
true.
for our friends.
A happy plug. Nice. Well, yeah, this pen by Ancora is pretty. I saw the zoomed in photos. It looks like it's like
Mm.
foil printed. It says it's foil printed, but it looks like painted on like the
What
cherry
does that mean,
blossom
foil
macchia.
printed?
I know, right? So
What does
like
that mean?
it looks more three-dimensional than foil printed. Like
Oh, I see. Like it's not, yeah,
if
because it does look more
like someone
textured.
painted on it, but
Yeah,
then to recreate this exact same design for like multiple pens, I bet it's hard. So
right. That makes sense.
um
Well,
well
bummer.
what if this is the type of pen where like you didn't get it now and then like 3 months later you're like, oh shoot, I should have gotten it back then.
You know, it could be the case, but it didn't, like, it my gut reaction seeing this pen was like, oh, that's really pretty, but it wasn't like need. Like,
Good. That's good. That's good. You tampered down.
yeah, so it's, I don't know. I think it's, I'm glad that it's going to other loving homes.
Good. Nice. Well, moving on from that then.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited to talk about this.
Let's talk about this. This actually came out before I left for Japan, or at least news of it came out before I left for Japan. Oh, you wanted to talk about the stamp. I want to talk about the ink pad, but
Oh
we're talking.
no, I did want to talk about the ink pad
Okay.
because you can connect the stamp to the ink pad, which is so nerdy and cool, and I'm excited about it.
So we're talking about Shachihata,
Of course.
the best ink pad there is out there for anything.
Fight me.
Best
Fight us about it.
Best colors even, like, and I am, well, if we once I get around to the video of this, I have a huge collection of Shachihata Iro Moyo ink pads, and they're just like these like Japanese colored inspired like shades, and they're
the
like
best ink pads ever.
30 of them. I forgot how many exactly. And so around late October, they announced that, hey, we are coming out with this cool concept where we make it into a mini ink pad.
Oh my god, it's so small. April has it in the video right now, and I'm really mad at her because I'm jealous. It's so little.
It's like less than the length of my pinky, and if you hold it up to a normal Shachihata, it's just like a little tofu block next to it.
Okay, wait. Is this literally like 1 inch by 1 inch? It looks really small.
Yeah, it's very small. It's almost like, so imagine half of the original Shachihata and then 2/3 of that half.
So, you know what? I thought they were bigger, which is weird because I shouldn't have thought that, but they're so little.
It's the teeny tiny baby version of the Shachihata, and I picked out a few colors that
She has a little stack.
don't have.
Nice. That's good.
Because I have so many Shachihata ink.
You didn't double up.
I did not. I was good. I only picked the colors that I didn't have in my original collection. And these are great because they're great for like small stamps with small details and
for traveling
and
cafe
for
journaling.
Exactly. It's super portable, and instead of like bringing the stamp to the ink pad surface, it's kind of like the other way around. You hold your stamp and then you dab the ink pad onto the surface, right? And this little tiny tofu square form makes it so easy to do that. And I did like a Twitch stream and I show people the comparison to like a typical tiny square ink pads, because this size is not new. Like a lot of other brands do tiny small square ink
like
pads
the
too.
Tsukineko ones.
Exactly.
Is that what that is? Yeah.
Or
the Versa whatever.
But if you zoom in and take a look, remember how we like raved about how Shachihata uses that surface tension to create that curved kind of like effect, so you don't like get the edges.
Yeah.
And usually these tiny typical square ones uses a sponge surface, and if you touch it,
sucks.
It sinks in, right? Like the whole thing sinks in. But the way these Shachihata tiny small, I don't know the correct name. Like, do they have a name for this small dimension? I'm just calling it the baby Shachihata.
It is so baby.
They are not like a sponge piece. They are layered sponge sheets so that they're very firm. So even if you take a stamp to it, it doesn't sink down. Like the other edges doesn't sink down. You still get a very clean impression. So like way better than all the typical other like stamp pads.
I also want to, I know I've done this before, but I'm going to just do it again for if people are new listeners. These ink pads, this sounds so stupid, but they will change your life. They will change your relationship with stamps, because they did for me. Like when I first went to April's, when she's like, "Oh, these ink pads," I'm like, "Whatever, okay." And then your first like boom, and you're like, "Oh."
It's like firm, and you know the ink is getting on the surface evenly, and like you know you're gonna get a good impression. Like this is
It's
what
just,
this ink pad is.
it gives us life.
And the fact that it comes out with the mini version, the baby Shachihata,
Oh.
is just so
Are
good.
you are you gonna tuck them into a little bed at night with a little
I
blankie?
know.
They're just so
Sing,
cute.
sing a little lullaby.
Oh,
I should have
so
gotten
good.
6. What were I thinking? I only got 5, and now like it's missing one.
Oh.
And then soon I'll want to buy 5 more. But
Oh boy.
so that's my little new item, and obviously as these things come into the market, I'm sure all our favorite retailers are gonna have them soon, except Oblation, who still doesn't have any Shachihara ink pads.
No, we do.
Oh wait,
But
you do now?
we need to reorder though. Because we have like one right
I
now.
was like,
but
I've not seen those.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
I really hope they will be available widely, and then start seeing more people use it, like with the really detailed rubber stamps that's in the market too, like popular among Asian collaging world. So
Mhm.
I'm really happy about that. So yeah, new item recap done. Let's move into our travels and stories for the month
So
of
let me
November.
just look at my Hobonichi weeks really quick, because I went to Houston, Texas on I left on November 5th. And
Oh,
April went to Japan on November 3rd.
third, yes.
So we were both away from home, but then she was gone for a really long time. I only stayed in Houston for 2 nights, which was
felt it felt longer than that for some
Yeah,
reason.
I was awake for a long time. Like, because daylight savings was that weekend.
Oh
And
yeah,
then,
it was. Mhm.
and then like with the travel and everything, I wanted to just cram everything in. And I had a really great time.
So why did you go to Houston in the first place? Why were you there? Did we
So
talk about it? I don't think we talked about it.
I don't think we did either. So I like when when Toasty was in town in Portland, when we had our little stationery meetup in Portland, like I briefly talked to her about, yeah, I want to visit you sometime, and she was like, I feel like you don't though, because like there's no good public transportation out there, because I was saying we should have a thing like what we had with a bunch of people, and she's like, oh, it'll probably be hard for everybody. So that was already in my brain, and then CY was gonna be in Houston grinding nibs at drum goals, and I was like, what? And I'm like, wait, I could see both of my friends at the same time if I go to Houston. So
Ooh.
I literally went there because CY was in town.
I love
does
it.
Does that make me a stalker?
I was about to get very sentimental, be like, "Oh, it's nice to be able to travel impulsively again." But
I know,
maybe,
right?
but you're on like a stalker-ish trip.
I'm
but...
not. No, now that rumor's gonna go around. Oh well.
So where did you go? What did you do?
So first of all, I thought of you the whole time, because every time I ate, I was like, April should be here. So like, one of my my Lyft driver from the airport I went straight to Dromcool's. Because even though I left really early in the morning, it was like 1 p.m. by the time I landed.
You're like, yo, take me to the pen store.
Yeah, just get it over with. Just take me there. And I was talking with the driver, and I was telling him, like, my friend wants to take me to Buc-ee's. And he was like, Buc-ee's? Like, what's the big deal? And I'm like, no, there's nothing like that at home. So anyway, he was like, you got to go to Whataburger. And I was like, wait, did he just say Waterburger? I'm so confused. And
I
And
knew about Whataburger.
I texted Toasty and she was like, oh yeah, what a burger, but you say it like Whataburger. Whoa. I think my roommates are vacuuming and I thought we were like under attack. Because I'm on the bottom floor.
That was scary for a second. All right, continue.
Sorry. So, okay. At Whataburger, we did go there. I had a honey butter chicken biscuit, which was dope.
That sounded dope.
It was so good. And I really liked that they like it looks like a fast food place, but it wasn't actually very fast, which makes me think that they like that it's like real food, you know, instead of like McDonald's or whatever. I tried sweet tea for the first time there as well, and it was I got like mostly I think I got half sweet tea, half unsweetened tea, and I was like, oh, this tastes like sweet tea, even though I got half and half. Because I guess it's really sugary.
I love sweet tea. I've never had it in the South, if that's how they call it there. But
yeah.
I've had sweet tea at like barbecue places and I love them.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm sad. I don't think we didn't really do the barbecue thing. We didn't have enough time.
You did like I thought you did some barbecue, or maybe you did some.
Well,
other
we went
things.
to House of Pie. Is it House of Pies or with an S?
A House of Pies, yeah. Is that just had a lot of good pies?
Okay, so when I was there, I got this like, what was it? Pickled like, I'm like salivating. There's like extra pickles on this burger, and I was really excited about it. I also got the Bayou Goo pie.
Ooh, the Bayou Goo.
Oh my god. I thought of you and Elliot because I was like, oh, they're pie people. They would love this.
I love how you did like text me and like message me photos, and you were like, April, we need to do a Houston trip again. And like I'm like, I do want to go to Houston. Because our friend Toasty always shares such like good food adventures in there, and it's like very rare. It's not what I expect Texas to be, and it's just a lot of nice Asian food too, like bubble tea and like just great stuff.
Yes, and we should say specifically Houston, and that was something that I wanted to say was like, not to call my mom out, but I'm going to call my mom out. Like she had kind of a bad experience when she was a very young flight attendant, probably around my age, and she actually lived in Dallas Fort Worth for like I don't know, like a year, I think she said. And my whole life I've always grown up feeling like, oh, like just that, because she had a negative connotation with Texas in general, and I just also had that via osmosis from her. Osmosis. So I went and I was like, hey, Houston is dope. Like I had a good time, and like there's so much good food, there's so much stuff to do, there's like it's like a very diverse area, and when I think of Texas, that's not what I immediately thought, but I'm impressed. So you go, Houston. Oh, and the Astros won the World Series while I was there too, so I'm a good luck charm.
So it was just like very celebratory mood everywhere. Yeah, that's nice. I want to ask about Kinokuniya, but I'm also super curious about your adventure at the Renaissance Fair.
Oh my god. So that was really fun. I've never been to a Renaissance Fair before.
I've only seen it on like Instagram and like people dress up as like the medieval times, and I just remember you saying you like to read like fantasy from the medieval times.
I do. I thought of my besties the whole time because I was like, why have we never gone to one of these as a group?
Do they have that in the Pacific Northwest?
I think they do, but this one was actually one of the biggest in the country, I think. It was so huge that I was really tired. I didn't know where we were. I'm like, didn't we just walk by this? Like, no, it just keeps going. Like, geez. So I did get meat on a stick, which was great. Yeah, just holding it around. Brandon and I, Toasty's husband, we got the meat on a stick. one of the first things we did was we saw this band called Tartanic, and they do bagpipes and like drums, and it was really fun.
Nice.
Gosh, we saw some improv show. We like walked around, and I bought some ink because there were like some medieval inspired inks, and I'm like, well, this is cool. I feel like I should get in on this. So
Wow.
yeah.
Now I'm looking up Titanic.
If you want to be like woken up, you should listen. It's very intense.
Very intense. Nice. And so, how is it like being with Toasty, like looking at her actual stationery stash? Because
Oh,
for those who
oh my
don't know,
God.
like Toasty is literally, it's funny because Toasty is like a copy of Kelly. Like Toasty in Oblation is like, sorry, Toasty in Drum Goals is like Kelly in Oblation, right? Or
I mean,
Jason
yeah.
in
I do-
Oblation.
I
But
do
like,
always compare her to Jason.
but you guys have like the same birthday. You guys are like, similar height. You guys both are like just like maniacs about stationery, right? So,
Yes.
how is it like to be there and see her pens and her inks?
So listen, this
She
is
brings
what
a
I
lot
did.
to pen shows though, but still,
She does.
that's
This
that's
is
the layer right there, right?
this is what happened though. So she I want to say kind of like you, April. She does have like there's a top floor where she has like her layer, like all of her stuff, and she has I believe 6 or 7 colorings completely filled.
Mhm.
And sorry, I wasn't sure if you could hear that.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. And I was like, Toasty, I have to look at all of them, okay? So I literally sat on her floor and like looked through every color. And it was very educational. They're organized alphabetically by brand and then alphabetically by color.
Wow.
So it's a lot, like way more than even what I have, and I feel like I have a lot. But it was really fun to see her place and Brandon's room with the beep boops and of course Kirby is very sweet. Yeah, they have a really cute place.
I really want to go to Houston. Maybe next year.
Yes,
I think
yes.
hopefully some stationery events will bring us there, or bring me there at least. If you want to come along, I won't say no.
Yay.
But yeah, I really want, now that travel is a thing now.
I
I
know.
flew
It's
so
pretty
much this
cool.
past month, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like, wow, we can actually go places now. So I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to, we're traveling next year, going to new cities, and I keep kind of incentivizing Elliot to come along, because like, hey, if stationery and barbecue, like, you can come along for the barbecue, right?
Yeah.
So,
I would say that's a good incentive.
so
The only thing I'm bummed about is that I didn't get to get Mexican food. And I know. And I didn't get Toasty mentioned there's this like bat sanctuary, like bats the animals.
no thanks, no thanks.
Or I don't know if it's a sanctuary or if it's just a spot
I
where you
know
can watch
sometimes
bats
it's
at
like
night.
just under a bridge, and then they just all come out in the
Yeah, maybe
afternoon, something like that.
something like that. But I was like, yes, but we didn't have a moment. But next time.
Your trip is too short. You need at least like 4 days.
I
Like,
know. I'm just used to traveling that short because of my past standby experiences. Like when I went to Japan for the same amount of time, basically.
oh my god, yeah, I remember those trips.
Why did I do that? I don't know. Because I could.
Nice. So I also went on a trip, obviously. I went to
Yeah.
Japan.
Jeez.
I went to Japan, and I had to make a
Oh.
detour to Taiwan because of some family things. My dad is still very sick, but everyone please pray for us, positive energies, and hopefully he'll get better. But that puts me in Japan for a week and a half,
Mhm.
actually 15 days. and then Taiwan for 8 days.
Dude, yeah, that was insane. I was like, what? How did your
So
body handle that though? Because she literally flew from Japan to Seattle, and then wasn't it that night you
the
flew from
next the,
Seattle?
the next night I had to fly back to Taiwan
That's too
again.
much time on the plane. You feel like a sardine in a
I do.
can.
And the flight back to Taiwan was extremely uncomfortable because
No.
it's packed. Like you don't even get elbow space. And
Oh, I
thank
hate
goodness
that.
on the way back there's like at least like a middle empty seat between me and
Yeah.
the girl at the window. But oh boy, it was quite something, and especially when I flew to Japan on that first trip too. Japan's opening up, right? Like since
Right.
October, so a lot of people were ready to go in. But on the positive side, it was very easy to actually go into both cities now, like Japan, Tokyo, and Taipei. Like
Mm.
all the old
Oh.
quarantine steps were pretty much gone.
I was gonna ask about that in Taiwan because I remember when you went in April or whatever
Yeah,
that you had to like quarantine
that
in the hotel
yeah,
forever.
I had to quarantine for 11 days, and then
That's crazy.
they shrank
That's
it down to 7 days, and then now if you want to go to visit Taiwan, if you're an American citizen, you can actually go in, and there's
oh.
actually no required quarantine. There's just like the 7 day of self monitoring,
Oh.
which a lot of people you can you kind of like know there's like that gray zone where
Yeah.
you still go out and stuff. And they're
Yeah.
actually even considering uh eliminating the mask outdoor thing like in Japan. Like
Oh.
outside in Japan you can actually remove your masks, but it's still required indoors. But when I was there, everyone still put it on super tightly. Like you don't see anyone without their mask at all. Um, so there's that. So it's really nice that people can visit again. And so I was in
Oh.
Tokyo, and I was actually mainly there for work. This whole trip is essentially a work related trip. Not that I actually had to like go into the office every day, but it was a lot of like visiting the factories where leathers were made, visiting the factories where we had our letterpress stuff done, um and then also just kind of getting to meet my team after working at
Yeah.
this company for a year and a half, like finally meeting a lot of them for the first time. So it was more of that purpose, but I did squeeze in 2 weekends of stationery. So
Oh.
so the first weekend and the second weekend, so that was really nice. Um, I went to Tokyo, and I went down to Kyoto for like one day, and then
One
from
day. I
one
guess I've done
day
that.
for Kyoto to from Kyoto I then went to Himeji, which is a
The
prefecture.
castle.
Yeah, the Himeji Castle. That's like next to Kyoto, and then from there I went back to Tokyo, and then I spent the rest of my time in Tokyo. Um, but I was originally wanting to like hopefully go to like Kurashiki, like Okayama, since I was already down in Kyoto, or
Yeah.
well, west in Kyoto, not down in Kyoto. I think of
Yeah.
I think of
I
the
know
location a
it's
little
like a
bit relatively, but anyway, I couldn't because a lot of the girls their schedules are more different. I tried to arrange like a fun girls trip with our friends in Japan, Mitz, Ayako, Akane,
yeah.
Kue from Mirakai. So everyone, we ended up going to this area called Kawagoe, a little bit outside of Tokyo. It's like a 40 minutes train ride. Oh, and Tori too, Techo by Tori. And so we just ended up going to this super cute retro town. It's basically Little Edo, like all
Mm.
the retro vibes, the buildings all have like those like cool um what do you call it, like the rooftops are very like traditional looking. They
Oh,
have
I
like a
love
really
that.
cool Starbucks, all that stuff, and they're
By
just
the way,
serving food like across the main street, every single stall.
I just want to interrupt and say in this moment when she was posting these stories, I was with CY and Toasty and we were like, man, like we're pissed off because we're not there with you guys because Akane was there too and CY was like, they're gonna do this without me.
Yeah, we did kind of leave CY in the back a little bit. So yeah, we did that trip. It was super fun where everyone just brought our TNs and we were like having like a girls. We were like kind of checking out like the retro cafes, determined to get
Mm.
the cream soda or the melon
Oh, and all
soda.
you had so many melons.
I had so many melon soda. Like I'm really completing my personality on this whole trip in both Japan and Taiwan. Actually, I got melon soda. So
Nice.
that was one of the first memorable experience like since I landed in Tokyo. But that was also like the third day I got there, so I had some jet lag, and then I walked the like amount of walking that I've done was like 4 times that I typically did like back in Seattle. So
Yep,
my
that's
body
always the
was like,
case.
April, what are you doing? Like this is not what I'm used to. That's my legs talking to me. And so yeah, immediately that first weekend I was initially super ambitious, like I'm gonna go everywhere, do everything, shop at every store, and then realized my body couldn't keep up with me. My plantar fasciitis flared up so bad after that first weekend of like Kawagoe and Kyoto, and I was like, oh darn it, I still have 3 factories to go, and those were all like
Yeah.
3 hours long, just on your feet the whole time kind of experiences. So that kind of
Yeah.
ruined my second weekend of shopping because I
Oh,
I would have gone to more stores, but I just physically could not. I was just like,
well,
no, let's just sit down and like get coffee and like journal.
it's also just a lot to you, even being on the airplane for that long. I feel like just solely doing that just takes it out of you, and just, yeah, it's a lot.
And uh, I had Kelly prep some Q for me today. And you said how many afternoon milk teas did you drink? So
Yeah.
I
If you
drank
say zero, I'm gonna.
I I drank zero.
No,
Because
April. Oh shit.
I end up having those like I had so many kettle boiled pan boiled milk tea at retro cafes. Those
Yeah. Okay.
are the thing, Kelly. They taste so good. They're so much better than like the store sold like sweet milk tea. These are the type where you're like you go into like this dark cafe and like I just love that in Japan they have this culture where at night you don't have to go to bars, you can go to these retro
Yeah.
cafes. They call it coffee
Oh.
shops, and then inside all the how do you what do you call people who make the coffee? I guess
Barista?
the baristas are the tea baristas. They're in like those like kind of fancy suit outfits,
Oh yeah.
and then they have all these like brewing like kind of tools, and they will brew your coffee for you, and they like serve it in these really beautiful like teacups and stuff. And so
I love
I just
that.
been having royal milk tea, royal milk tea, royal milk tea at
That makes
every
sense.
at
Oh,
every
I miss
stop.
that.
It tastes so creamy and so rich, so much that I bought a milk tea machine and brought it back to
What?
me.
Okay, wait. So are you saying that when I go to Seattle next time that you're gonna make them for me?
If I figure out how to use that machine, I would. It basically, you know, it's so funny. Why did I buy it? It's one of the coolest thing, but also the silliest thing to buy. I actually bought it in Taiwan because I didn't realize it was possible to get that thing. So I got it in
Mm.
Taiwan. Basically, the process of making milk tea. You steep the tea, you pour
Mhm.
milk in, and you
Yeah, yeah.
stir. You stir, right?
That's it.
There's your milk tea. But this one basically steeps and slowly churns the milk into your
Oh.
tea for 8 minutes to create
Whoa.
that rich and like
Oh.
barista styled
Yeah, yeah.
milk tea. So I'm excited to taste that myself.
Oh my god. I want some.
And
Nice.
obviously, a lot of people want to know if I bought anything. Um, duh. I
Okay,
went I went I went
but
ham.
like the most important question is, did you get Kelly any omiyage?
I'll see. I bought so much. I felt like there's some point where I was just grabbing stuff, and I was just like, "Oh, this could be a good gift for someone. This could be a good gift," and then that's kind of it. And now that I think about it, did I get something for you? Maybe I didn't, but
Oh my gosh.
I'll
I'm
find
leaving this
something
podcast.
for you. Because
Hey,
you also kind of had
I quit.
everything,
I'm just kidding.
Let me look at my stash over
Like I
there.
need anything, but I don't even get like a single Tokyo banana, like little snack thing.
Oh, I couldn't fit any snack into my suitcase because it was
Oh
just filled
no.
with stationery, Kelly.
That's a better problem to have though.
I had to buy a second suitcase. Well, it was kind of in my plan already to get a second suitcase, and then I thought it would be like half filled, but no, I filled it to the maximum to like 20. What is it? What is the limit?
I think it's like
23 kilograms, 50 pounds,
52
right?
pounds or something like that.
Yeah, both were like 40 pounds, both of my suitcase. Stationery is heavy. You'd be
So
surprised. Um,
so my
oh,
last question is also very important, which is I know it's hard, but what is your favorite item that you hauled from Japan? Or maybe your favorite like shopping experience in general. I guess
I
that's
was
really hard to say.
I was about to get into what I buy, but like
Oh yeah.
I did basically three types of stores. The first one
Mhm.
is your loft, Tokyo
Oh,
Hands
love it.
type store. The big box, cute
Gotta go.
stationery. So that I did a lot of damage on like just that first day of Kawagoe. As if I didn't walk enough, I decided to keep going at loft and just the way
But
I
you have
shop.
to.
The thing is, the way I shop had become a point of ridicule among friends and colleagues. They said that April doesn't look at prices; she just puts them into her card, and I'm
Well,
like, yeah,
everything's
because
like half price
I'm not,
there.
I'm not even thinking about my credit card at that
What-
point. I was just at Loft, and I was walking with Esther and Ayako, and I was just like, oh, this one, oh yeah, I wanted this one. This one's cute, and I was just like continuously just dropping things in.
YOLO.
And then when I was in Kyoto with Tomomi, my colleague, and I was like, I
Tomomi.
saw Mofu-san. I was like, Mofu-san, the cat one. This postcard is
Oh.
so cute, so cute. And she's like, wait, you didn't even check the price? I'm like, nah. So I did the cute stationery and loft and Tokyo Hands. All right. And I did a second type of stationery, which is Travelers. Travelers
Well,
company
duh.
product.
That's the whole
I
reason why you went.
I went to almost all the factories. Wait, I went to all the factories. I went
Yeah.
to Traverse Factory. I went to Traverse Factory Tokyo Station. I went to Traverse Factory Kyoto. Um, and then obviously every other store that
Did you
has
go to the
stationery.
Starbucks Reserve Roastery?
I also went to Starbucks
Good.
Reserve's Roastery. So I basically checked out every store that could have Traverse company items. I like bought as many as I can, like
Yeah, of
even
course.
the store exclusives, all that stuff. So a majority of my shopping, surprisingly, is like from my own company. Like it
Well,
was
I mean,
most.
is it surprising though?
I was just like going ham at every place, and it was funny because I was at the Kyoto one and I was just walking around. I was just like, oh my god, Tomomi, I wanted to come to the Kyoto one for the longest time. If you guys hadn't sent me, because my colleagues gifted me the Kyoto Travelers, and
Mhm.
my dream was always just to get one myself. And so I was like, oh darn it, if you guys hadn't like sent me one already, I would have bought it here. I don't know why I was saying that, but I was walking around all excited, taking photos, putting things into my shopping cart. Where when one of the staff came up, it was like, "Oh, Trevor's notebook, like, do you know Trevor's notebook?" And I was like, "Yeah."
And at that point, you hand them your business card and you go, "Hajime mashite."
I was like, and then Tomomi had to like, actually, she's staff. I was like, sorry, I don't act like one. I had my good basket full of stuff, the to and fro products, the Yosegi wood items,
Oh,
just
yep.
all the good stuff. So maybe from my hauls, I'll plug something out for you from Travelers.
Well, hey, so Lexi's partner Lucas, he works for a Japanese company now, and he got me a couple things that he went to Japan. And look, I got a couple of these little things.
Oh yeah, that's the Kyoto station where they have like the weighing machine. You can stand on it and they can like give you the ticket like
yeah,
in
and I'm like,
exchange.
that's rude.
I know. I'm
The
so
way-
glad it's out. I'm so glad it's like broken when I was there. It was just like not usable.
I got these really cute little ephemera things, and then he also got me oops, oh there it goes, one of each of these.
Oh,
And
the special refills, the green
and Lexi
tea.
was like, "You don't have these, right?" And I was like, "I totally do have them, but now I don't have to hoard, and I can just see you."
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna pick from my Traverse Company haul to gift stuff to you. I'll pick from my
I feel like I have too much of it already.
I'll pick from my other hauls. So that's the second type of shopping I did.
Yes.
A lot of. I literally have like an entire like bag of stuff from them. And then the third type, which is the one I was most excited about because I was trying to get away from the cutesy stationery. Like I've been to all the Sekkaido and all the small cute stores. I want to hit up the adult stationery stores. Like the.
Oh.
I know that sounded weird. The
XXX stationery.
Since this year, with our knowledge that the pen show is increasing, I wanted to go to the big boy stores.
Yes. Oh,
actually,
like Kingdom Note.
I actually missed
Box?
I missed Kingdom Note, but I went to Bungu Box. I went to Maruzen. I went to
Maruzen. I missed that so much.
Itoya and like just all the stores with like the more fancy stuff and like actually stopped to peruse more than usual where I just like pass by. I bought some pens, obviously.
Did you buy a fountain pen?
I bought some pens.
Did you buy a fancy sailor?
I bought more than one.
How come I haven't? Okay, to be fair, I haven't been on your Twitch stream lately because I'm always doing stuff when you're streaming.
I did haul.
I
hauled both of those pens already, so I was pulling them closer earlier to show you. So,
oh my god, I'm gonna freak out. How do I not know this yet? I'm always the slowpoke.
You are the slowpoke. So the first one actually I bought before I even got there. I asked CY and actually no, I asked Mirai Cat and Kue from Mirai Cat on Instagram to help me at the Tokyo International Pen Show.
Oh yeah.
And it's the Kobayashi.
You got that one. We talked about that.
Pro Gear Mini Kinmokusei, like their new color. So
is that the peach?
No, it's not the peach. It's the olive flower. So it's the sibling to the strawberry.
They're so cute
the
together.
Ichigo that I got from Kobayashi Bunkukan before. So that's one pen that I really, really am excited about. I have not inked them up yet. I need to clean up my desk first.
April!
No, Kelly, you don't understand. My room is a mess right now. I cannot enjoy my stationery in this mess. I need to clean everything up and then I will dive into my Japanese stationery.
That's fair.
The second pen I bought is from Sailor 2. And it's the Shishikura Lemon.
Okay. I've seen this pen and I don't understand, when did this come out? Did I just miss this one?
So it happened during the pen show, during the San Francisco pen show, the end of it. And there had been flyer image of this pen, which made it look super unappealing. Like it looked very
as usual with these photos.
It looked very dark and boring, even though it's a Shishikura pen. And when I saw it in person, I was immediately drawn to the
it's great.
The yellow sparkle.
Very April.
And there's sparkles in this green too,
it's
really subtle sparkle on the top green cap. So it's a Pro Gear and it's got a green opaque top part and the yellow transparent sparkly bottom part with the two finials being white. So it's supposed to represent a type of lemon that's like when it's still slightly ripe or unripe.
Does it have a lemon on the nib?
Oh, I'm sure it does. I have not even opened it. I just
April!
bought it without.
Oh my god.
I'm the kind that just buys it without looking. Of course, there's a lemon on a stack of books.
What? Okay, wait, show it to me on the screen. I have to see.
I hope it shows.
Oh my god, April! Okay, now I'm upset. Is that a brass or a metal section?
It is.
Oh.
It's a metal section. And
You're killing me.
It's because of the book Lemon, which
Yeah.
came out of Maruzen. Well,
Oh my god.
references Maruzen, so that's why it's so famous.
Ah.
So I got a bunch. Well, the main reason I went to Maruzen is actually to get the cute Furukawa Shiko collection stationery, but then like this pen caught my eye just as I was about to check out, and this happened. So
I mean, here's the thing. Like, in terms of when you're in Japan and you're literally physically there, like, you might as well. You're there. Like, make the most of it.
and the exchange rate is again so in
Oh,
our
so
favor.
good. Yeah, for us.
I took out some loan from Elliot and I just like went ham. I was like, Elliot, this is my trip. I'm not holding back, so if I can't pay my credit card bill this month, you have to help me out a little bit. So he did.
Nice.
He
You all
actually
need
got me a
somebody
pen.
that supportive.
He got me a pen too, but I will have to show it at a later date.
Ah,
So those two pens were two of my favorite things from the trip. But let me think. What would be my favorite haul though? I went to the Suica store.
oh my god, that was so funny to see that. You went crazy in there. You got all the Suica penguin stuff.
I got so much Suica penguin stuff. It was ridiculous. And so it was actually the store is at Train I Art or Trainee Art. I don't know how you say that. And it's located inside Marunouchi Tokyo Station, like underground. So close to where the Traverse Factory
Yeah,
Tokyo
the
Station
Tokyo
is.
Station.
And so I was there with my colleague and I was like, can I like go in to like see the store? And she's like, wait, let's do the store first. We have a schedule. So I had to like pass by the Suica the first time. And then later when she left, I came back, I told Esther, let's meet at the Suica store. And I went in and you know how it's a super tiny store too, as Japanese stores are, especially in the Tokyo Station. So I went from like one side of the store to the other, and it's as if you don't have the chance to go back. So I just like grab, like things just falls into my basket as I reach the cashier. I'm like, I'm ready to check out. I'm not even putting things back. Like these are all the things I wanted. And hold on, let me grab the Suica captain.
Oh, he's so cute. I love it.
So I bought the Suica plushie doll, and it goes so well with the Traveler's Factory manual bear that Patrick did. So it's the same size.
Oh my god, and they're doing the same like
Yeah, they're doing the same high motion.
That's so cute. I love it.
So I kind of have to say this is my favorite acquisition. Like,
I would agree with that.
Would you call it stationery? I said yeah.
It's stationery adjacent.
It is stationery adjacent.
Cute.
So one of my favorite purchases. And then yeah, the pens are great. The inks are great. I bought so many inks.
Did you? I think I saw you posted. You got the rainy day ink. I need a sample of it.
You might be getting more than a sample.
Yay! Oh, that's exciting.
So yeah, nice. So that's kind of like the short summary of my.
That's the short summary. No, I mean I know there's a lot more in there. Like there's a lot more nuggets.
There's a lot more. And the funny thing is, as I near the end of my Japan trip, I was mentally and physically at its limit. I was like, I'm shopped out. I'm like done. And then like before my flight that morning, I was in the office. We were just having like a final board meeting and stuff. And then I had an hour's lull. And then I was like, Tomomi, you mind if I just like swing out to the Tokyo Hansa Shibuya and I'll be back in an hour? And so
oh my god.
I stocked up on this cutest greeting card series, Kelly. You can see it on Paper Treat Store. I think she features it, but hopefully my friends will be getting them this holiday. But it's a new series of greeting cards that features illustrations of iconic Japanese locations like
I love that.
Arashiyama kind of
Yeah.
the bamboo forest with like tiny Santas kind of
Ah,
like dotting it, and like Santas at the sumo place,
oh,
like
cute.
Santas eating ramen. So it's basically Christmas, like, and like places where it wouldn't snow, it's snowing and has little Santas, and Santas like kind of bathing with in the onsens with the monkeys.
I
So
love that.
I was like standing in front of the Tokyo Hands like greeting card section. I was like, this series is ridiculous. My eyes was like, this one, I want this one. Wait, next to it is the same series. And then I ended up like just picking cards off of like I kid you not, like what is that, like 7 rows of
Oh
this
my
of the
god.
entire display in my hand. Like I was holding this like this thick stack of greeting cards when I checked out.
I get customers like you often. They go, I came in for one card. I'm like, yeah,
I know.
that's how we get you.
So I was truly shocked out by then. And then who knew
And
that I
then
had to who knew I went back to Taiwan, like even on the first few days I went back to Taiwan thinking it's really just gonna really be a family trip, and but I end up having a lot of time on my hands and I just filled it with more stationery shopping.
yeah, well, and I feel like that is more of a like, you're in your home and things are kind of not going that great, and you're like, how about stationery?
I know,
What's up?
the safe place. Like it really was at that point when I realized, wow, I turned to stationery a lot.
Oh
like
my,
stressed out. Let's go see the stationery store. And so I went to Elite. I went to like
oh
this place
yeah,
called 63 Pens, and it's got so many great stationaries.
63 pens.
I know. Um, I think that's a different store. And I was just thinking about a store in Taiwan. Its website is called I Have a Pen .com, but this one's 63 Pens, and
Also,
yeah,
April told me something. I was like, "Hey, how much bubble tea did you have in Taiwan?" And she was like, "I didn't have any."
I know,
I'm like,
right?
"What the hell? Are you kidding me?"
I I had too much other types of food. I
Too
was
much
just
milk tea and stuff in the
it's
other
like
Japan land.
it's the idea that you have so much other delicious food in Taiwan that milk tea is low priority. It's not
That's
even
fair.
something that you would get as a treat because there's so many other things you could get as a treat. So, and that goes the same in Japan. I think in Japan I was really vying for all the chestnut desserts rather
Oh
than
yeah, of
getting
course.
a drink. So I was just like getting cake or like tarts or something instead of a milk tea. Yeah, I didn't really do the worst at the conbinis this time, nor
Oh,
in
well, I
Taiwan.
mean, that's probably good because that means you ate real food. Not to say that it's not real food because it's
I
really
did.
good.
I ate a lot of other foods, I
Yeah.
guess. So yeah, there's that. I feel like there's still a lot to unpack. But we'll really have to wait for me to unpack because I have not
Like
unpacked yet.
literally.
But fun fact though, I went to Japan with one Traverse Notebook inserts, the Tokyo one,
Mm.
the Tokyo station train trip a refill, and I filled it with like stamps and collaging, and I realized, darn it, I did not like space it out enough for me to actually write the diary entries of each
Yeah.
day. It's just very difficult when you're like on the go, and then you end up like kind of having like bits and pieces every other page. And so when I came back to Seattle and had to pack immediately for Taiwan, I didn't think I need to bring my stationery. I don't know why, but like I just didn't bring my Traverse notebook nor my Hobonichi.
Oh
And I
my
went back,
gosh.
and then I had so much time on my hands. I was like, darn it, I do want a journal. And so I bought a Traverse notebook refill in Taiwan. And I
Because,
yeah.
nobody's surprised about that.
And I was just walking around with a very plain refill, like collecting stamps and like writing. I used the what is this one? This is the free diary refill.
Mm,
You know, the
the
one where
zero
it's
zero five.
Yeah, I love that you know the numbers. It's like got the you can like tick off the box that says which day, and it's like right underneath, and it fits 2 months, so 30 pages for the first month. Sorry, 31 pages for the first month, 31 pages for the second month. And it turns out this is the perfect solution because I was able to do two spreads. I used the first section of the book for Japan. So I was like kind of recounting my
Oh,
trip in this one.
cute.
And I could do two spreads per day because I was there for
Yeah.
15 days. So that
Oh,
actually
yeah.
is perfect, 30 pages. And then for the second half, I could do my Taiwan journaling.
Cute.
Also 2 pages per day. So this is now a two refill deal now, and I printed out a stack of photos using my printer that I need
Nice.
to
Wow,
cut
that's a
out.
lot.
I know. For 40 collages. So
Whoa.
10 letter size sheets
Oh, wow.
of paper, of sticker that I printed out.
That's
So
intense.
I'm excited to get into that. And
Yay.
I wanted to use that first weekend back to kind of start journaling, but no, I was too tired. I think it's always hard coming back, I
Mm-hmm.
think, in time, jet lag wise.
Yeah.
At least for me. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend where I can clean up my space a little bit more and
Yeah.
journal. All right. So to kind of conclude this busy episode, you want to talk about some December daily goals or New Year's plans for the New Year's? Actually, I'll
Yeah.
go first because
Oh.
because mine's December related. Oh wait,
Oh, okay.
you also have December related stuff too.
Yeah. I mean, so my main thing was, first of all, it's Inkvent season. It's December 1st. It's happening. We actually sold our last Inkvent calendar today to a regular
Ooh.
customer who is so awesome. His name's Remy. Hi, Remy. I think I've talked about him before.
Does Remy listen to the podcast?
I don't know if he does, but if he does, hello. So he actually came in and was like, "Your post today inspired me to get this." And I'm like, "Yes."
Oh, thank goodness we have one last one.
I know, because we can't order anymore because they're all sold out from the distributor.
Oh wow.
So that felt good. And
Are you excited about Inkvent? Oh wait, you swatched them all
yes.
back in
Yeah.
October.
But see, now I get to do my little daily post and share it with everybody and get
I was
everybody
like,
excited.
if you don't want to be spoiled, get off Instagram because the first thing I did this morning was to open my phone and Kelly's post
Hey,
right there, like
hey.
spoiling me immediately with the color in that first post.
May I just say, it's not a spoiler if you post it on the day of, right?
All right.
But also, sorry if you...
Just
Sorry, not sorry.
obnoxiously first post is Kelly's post.
I did post it kind of early this morning. I was like up and at 'em.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm excited about that. And I also... Oh yeah, so I have started breaking in... I'm using this Yoshitake Shinsuke cover, A5 size.
For Hobonichi.
The picnic one. Yeah, from Hobonichi.
From Hobonichi.
And this is my hours planner for 2023. And I'm breaking it in a little bit because it doesn't actually start until January 1st because it's a strict planner. But I made this little like list of rules for 2023. And okay, I just wanted to say, here's my rule. No new ink bottles, which I want to say doesn't include gifts from friends that went to Japan. Let me just throw that.
Because I was like, then I can't gift you it.
No, like if it's a gift, that's fine. But I feel like I have too many bottles, so I'm only, if I like quote unquote must have an ink, I want to try to get a sample of it instead of the whole bottle. I feel like there's going to be exceptions to that rule, but I'm trying, okay?
I can already start imagining the loopholes we're going to try to dig around that rule, but sure.
So, no impulse buying pens, and with a little asterisk of like, Kaweco Sport, Twisby Eco, Lamy Safari. Okay, I don't need those. I've got them all. I know that Twisby is going to come out with these glow in the dark colors or whatever. They're going to do the thing they do. I can't do it. You can't let me do it. You have to call me out when I talk about it on Happy Hour.
I do though. It's never stopped you before.
No, but I'm like trying to make a conscious effort now because I have a lot of pens.
All right.
Because
cool.
I want to be like intentional about.
That's good. That's valid.
You
yeah.
know, like because I'm not often.
You have to be like
hard.
me. I have the 5-tier drawer Muji thing, and I've put down 4 of the inserts right now, so that's 40 pens maximum. So I can't get out of 40 pens. Like if I break into the 50 pen tier this year, then okay, that's it. Like no more than 50 pens.
See, I've already broken that. I already have over 50 fountain pens now. I can't do it. But
Really?
I am thinking of selling some off that are not getting as much love. Anyway.
Good.
I guess the other 3 things I put weren't stationery related. It was just like practice self-love and do not settle for less than you're worth. Because
nice.
I feel
Bobby.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say it, right?
Sorry if you're listening.
I'm not sorry. Also, he's definitely not listening. But anyway, that's my little, and I'm actually tonight after we record, I'm gonna write in my December daily insert that I made like months ago.
Oh wow, you're doing December daily?
I am, and I'm using a little passport size insert. Remember this?
Ah,
Maybe.
cute.
And I already made a little entry when my mom and I got a tree. It was snowing, and it was very romantic.
Okay,
with my mother.
I have to do a December daily now then.
Yeah. Okay, because I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like if Kelly's doing it, I have to do it too.
I was like not ready to go in there. This morning I was showering and then I was listening to Words and Roses and they were talking about their December daily and I was just thinking to myself, oh, but it's already December and like I still have all that mess on my desk. If I start a new project, like I haven't even finished like catching up on all my other journals. Would that be too much? It's okay if I don't do December daily. And then now you're making me want to do December daily at like 8:42 p.m. Like,
hey, you know,
trying to slide in last day. Well, I was originally thinking to not do the December daily, but then take on a different project instead. So my December daily is gonna be a daily cleaning project. So
which sounds lame. I'm just kidding. It sounds like therapeutic.
Every day of December, I'm going to clean one type of stationery on my station. So, like, because I have so much stuff piled around.
Yeah. So, I could imagine.
So, it's a lot. So, I'm just kind of like, okay, today I can just tackle the ink pads. I could just organize them and, like, put away the unnecessary ones.
I like that you have so many ink pads. So that's like a thing you have to set aside a day to tackle.
It is. And then like the next day it's gonna be organize all my calendars, put them all like at the same place. And then the next day the damn samples on my table, the PET samples that just always lies around. And you know, ink samples too. I always have like random vials just laying around, like, you know, different lopsided ways on my desk. You know how that feels.
I do.
And then
you're looking at the problem.
So how many days is in December? 31 days.
Yeah.
That should allow me to clean up my desk a little bit for the New Year's. So actually my December daily passport refill is going to be about my journey of cleaning. Maybe that would be good. Let's combine the two.
That sounds so boring, but also it could be entertaining.
Combine the two. Have a before and after photo of each, you know. Yeah, so that's my plan. But yeah, we gotta get ready for 2023.
I know, it's crazy.
A lot of new stationery for sure. A lot of new projects for sure. A lot of new goals for sure. Oh man, those cute little containers that host the tiny Romoyo inks. Why am I still here?
They're
I don't.
so cute.
A
They're
lot
just
of
little babies.
a lot of friends that I know went to Japan after me went to Bungu Joshi, and I'm so jealous because I have to leave before Bungu Joshi. So
So
let's make a
Mitz,
plan to go next year to Bungu Joshi, Kelly.
well, I mean, so Mitz posted about it. Did you watch her video about it? Because she's like, to be honest, it was really stressful and so many people. And I'm like, but also I feel like I would hate it, but also love it at the same time because you get all the stuff, you know? Maybe
That's
someday.
true. I feel like I wouldn't care about the crowd though. I'll just barge in and because I shop very fast and if I know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
want, I just go for it. So I wouldn't deliberate too much. So
You're
maybe
kind of scary.
that wouldn't be a problem for me.
Well, I feel like when you're at an event like that, you can't mess around. You have to, like, you can't look at things a
You can't
lot.
think. Yeah,
You
don't
can't just
think.
be like, I wonder. You just have to go, nope, it's all going with me.
Yeah, or not, right? Like you just have to make very fast decisions. And I'm very good at shopping
I
and
feel like you
making
should put
fast
that on your
decisions.
resume. I'm good at making decisions impulsively. Wait, no. That sounds wrong.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sentence basically sums up my entire trip in November. I'm good at making shopping decisions.
Well, I hope next time I see you, you'll let me write with your new pens because they look very pretty.
Of course. All right. Well, that kind of sums up this episode. It's really nice to be back. I know we kind of came back from Aida's and then like kind of went on and off for a weird
Yeah.
period of time, but hopefully we'll be back on the normal track. And I'll see you in 2 weeks, Kelly. See you next
Okay.
time.
Bye,
Bye.
April.